Sí, y ya se está enviando el otro. Así
Ok.
que ya debe haber personas en sala de espera. Ya está en YouTube, listo. Voy a reclamar el host.
Bueno,
Sí,
Me avisas yo para
y ya se
yo.
está enviando el otro.
ya estamos live
Y
en
ya
YouTube. Estamos live en YouTube. Voy a empezar live en Instagram.
te voy a hacer host, Jess.
Nos va a ir muy bien.
Ya te hice host.
Ok. eh, we are live on Instagram. Let's see if I can go live on Facebook. I've never been live on Facebook. Ah, más bien en TikTok, es que yo no sé cómo hacer live en Facebook. Entonces en Facebook. Sí, ya lo hemos hecho en Facebook. En TikTok, porque es que no sé cómo hacer live en Facebook. O de pronto sí acá. Ok. Okay. Let me go live on Facebook. Facebook. Okay, we're on live on Facebook. We're on live on Instagram. Let's go. Let's enter people. Ok. Wait. Todavía no, espérese. Comment class to join. No. No cierren el registro. Les dije que comment class to join Zoom. Okay. Okay. Let's enter people. Nadie va a salir de Facebook. Nadie está como llegando. Hello, everybody. Hello. I see Ariel, JB, Alex, Ali, Matilda. If I can see you for a second, that would be great. That way we get to know each other. We get to see who is in this room. Hold on. I'm trying to start a live on TikTok as well so people can see us there. Um, hello, everybody. Matilda, hi. Nice to meet you. Um, Free class. Hold on. I'm trying to start on TikTok this live. Okay. Lynette, Stephanie, hello. Nice to meet you. I'm so happy that you're here. Ali, hello. Okay. So this is how I want to start and how I start all my classes and all my sessions. If you could please start with setting a clear intention for this class. So if you could please type in the chat the ages of your kids, if there is any diagnosis that I need to be aware of, autism, ADHD, who has the diagnosis, the ages of your kids, and your intention for this class. That way I get to understand who is here, the age ranges, so I can tailor the examples to the age ranges. And if there is any diagnosis, I want to know that as well. By the way, I'm raising an autistic ADHD son. I'm autistic ADHD, so if you are a neurodivergent family, say me. I love to help those kind of families. Most of our clients in HIC parenting, by the way, are neurodivergent families. So if you are one of us, say hello, say me. If you're not, and then you have a sensitive child, a strong-willed child, and you want to learn how to correct any behavior with ease, then you're welcome as well. If you could please type in the chat the ages of your kids, if there is any diagnosis and your intention. What do you want to get out of this class? That would be great. Hello, hello. Okay, autistic. And what's your intention, JB? Megan, yes, hi. Nice to meet you. My son is 5 with ADHD. To help him and help me understand him better. Okay, me, 10-year-old son with ADHD and autism level 1. My son is level 1 as well. 11-year-old daughter, no diagnosis, but suspicious of ODD, oppositional defiant disorder. Okay, I have experience working with that diagnosis as well with those kids. Hoping to help my daughter with lying and stealing. Okay. How old is your daughter, Stephanie? My daughter is 2 years. She will be 3 next month. No diagnosis. She's very strong-willed. I would like to become a leader and a gentle parent without the screaming trauma I endured. If you relate to Jada, if you have the same desire, please heart her. Heart Jada. I have 2 children. My son is 6 and my daughter is 3. I hope to learn ways to regulate so I can help them do this as well. Okay, so I see that there are various range. There is a variety of range of ages in this room. We have parents of older kids. We have parents of toddlers. I see diagnosis, ADHD, autism. Awesome. And what do you want to get out of this class? If you could please type it in the chat, that would be great. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to share a presentation and then, yeah, and then let's do this class. You're a psychologist. That's awesome. I work with children between the ages 1 and 4. I work with autistic, disabled, anxious children, as well as children with behavioral difficulties. Okay, that's great. I'm so glad that you're here. I try every day to follow your advice to calm myself down, but I still find myself frozen on how to react. If you relate to Nadia, heart Nadia. Nadia, let me give you hearts. Let me give you love. Let's give Nadia love if you relate to her. Okay, hello, hello. I cannot wait, guys, to share with you. Could you please start the recording? Empiecen a grabar, por favor. I cannot wait, guys, to share with you the use method to correct any behavior with ease. Let's go to the next one. So this is what to expect on this call. We're going to divide it in 3 portions. Portion number 1 is the teaching. I'm going to be breaking down each element of this method that I use with my autistic son, with my strong-willed son. I have 2. I have twins, and then an adult who I'm not raising anymore. And he's ADHD, by the way, mood disorder, the older one, the oldest one. And I'm going to share with you the method that I use with my own kids and that we teach our clients in HIC parenting to basically deal with everyday scenarios and behaviors so things are a lot smoother and easier. That's part 1. Part 2, I'm going to share with you next steps. Fede, por favor, mute, si puedes hacerle mute a las personas. Gracias. Part 2, next steps, if you need help on the application of the method that you're going to learn today. So this class takes us an overview of the method. And if you need next steps on the application and ongoing support, I'm going to tell you at the end how we can help you through the Raising Secure Children course. And part 3 is Q&A. Otro, porfa. If you are new to me, say hello. If you are new to HIC Parenting, if you just started following us the last week or so, I want to know who is new to us. If you are new, say yes, it's me, I'm new. Dembo, hello, welcome to HIC Parenting. Aphrodita, you're new, okay. Liseli, you're new. So Federico, if you please mute people, thank you. You're new? Okay, so I want to introduce me and my team. I don't want to be rude. Hello, my name is Marcela Collier. I'm a certified parenting coach. I am the head coach of an amazing parenting coaching agency, HIC Parenting Education. Here on the right, you see some of the members of our team. Not all the members of our team are there on that picture, but basically, we've been in business for 5 years, and we've been on the mission of helping parents break away from parental reactivity, bring peace to their parenting, and becoming secure parents through emotional regulation skills, mind size skills, and positive discipline skills. And you are going to see on this class the explanation of some of these skills as well, so you can do it in your family. Since we've been in business, we've helped 14,151 clients and customers through our coaching services and our courses become secure parents. And I'm so happy that you're here, and I cannot wait to serve you. Otro porfis. In addition to that, I am a parent of twins. I'm raising twins at the moment. They are 9 years old. One of them is autistic, ADHD. The other one is neurotypical, neurotypical and strong-willed. The one who you see on the screen is my neurotypical son. And then I did raise a child in foster care since he was 7. Now he is an adult, a thriving adult, and he is neurodivergent as well. He has mood disorder, PTSD, and he's doing awesome. So I've been a parent for a long time. I've been a parent since 2012, and the principles that you are going to learn on this class is what allowed me to go from frustration, power struggles, yelling, shutting down, like so many things going on and happening with my oldest son, to feel insecure as a parent and to be able to help them, guide them through their behaviors in a positive way and seeing long-term results, even with neurodivergent brains. Otro porfis. You have ADHD yourself? Ali, I'm ADHD as well. And these principles, once you start applying them and integrating them in your family, you're going to see success. For example, Mickey, the one on the upper right, she is a mother with ADHD. She is homeschooling. She runs a home business. And she was losing it with her 2 kids, neurodivergent as well. And once they started integrating the use method to correct any behavior with ease in their family, things started to go a lot smoother, and homeschooling went from being a long time with power struggles and all to being a lot shorter, and she has now time to work in her business. She did it with our direct help in the Raising Secure Children course, but she started first with this class. Or Lucy, her son used to be kicked out of daycare. He's autistic as well, and he used to be kicked out of daycare after daycare. And once she started applying the use method to correct any behavior with ease that you're going to learn on this class, her son now is able to stay in a daycare. Matter of fact, I think now he is a school-age child. And then she did it first, attending this class, and as well she did it day to day, week to week on the application with the help of the Raising Secure Children course. Or you have Valerie on the very left, who is an autistic mom with a son who is autistic, 5-year-old. And then she says that after she integrated these skills that you're going to learn today in her family, and she did it with our help as well, even the therapists, her child's therapists and teachers say that he looks like a different child, not because he's different, but because he's able to have a lot more skills to relate to one another peacefully, even as a neurodivergent autistic 5-year-old. So if these principles work with all these parents, I know it will work for you. And these are just a few screenshots of what people have said, but 558, I think, no, 78. Yeah, 578 parents are applying this method in their families, and they are having success. So I'm very hopeful for you guys. Otro porfis. Okay, so before we start, I have to announce to you a bonus that you can claim just for being with me live. If you stay with me to the very end of this class, you can claim the Coping Strategies Guide. This is our bestseller guide with different activities that you can do with your kids to teach them how to manage and communicate their emotions in a healthy way. That's the Coping Strategies Guide. You can either buy it for $57 on our website, or you can stay to the end of this class and you can claim it for free. Otro porfis. And of course, we have the Raising Secure Children's course, and I'm going to tell you about this at the end for the ones who want to help, who need help or want help integrating the use process that you're going to learn today. Otro porfis. What happened? Let's get out of the, salgámonos y volvámonos a entrar. Jessica, te estás confundiendo. Jessica is getting nervous. I said, Jessica, help me pass the slides because I don't know how to pass the slides and talk at the same time. And now she's getting tangled up too. I cannot walk and chew gum, guys. Like having ADHD and autistic, I can walk and chew gum. I need help passing the slides. But Jesse, take a deep breath. You're safe. Everything is good. Okay. So let's start with the class, guys. The use process to correct any behavior with ease. The first thing is unveiling all needs beneath behaviors. Marcela, but I just want you to tell me what to do when my child is misbehaving, when they are hitting their sister, when they are yelling, when they're talking back. In order for us to know what to do, we need to know what's driving the behavior. Let's talk about that. Vamos al otro, por favor. Okay. First things first, let's reflect on the behavior that pulled you to say yes to this class. Type it in the chat. What is the behavior that pulled you to say yes, to show up to this class, to take time out of your busy day to come to this class? Sibling rivalry, tantrums. Okay, okay. Olivia, I don't have behavior specifically. Okay. Are you a parent, Lorenzo? Fede, haz que Lorenzo abra el mic.
Oh, if it's easier for me to say it, yes, I am parenting a 17-month-old girl, and I have four
Okay.
bonus daughters, but I lead a group of Black men in my city on just a variety of issues. And that includes parenting. Like, how do we more effectively show up for the kids we love?
Okay, I understand. And what is the behavior that makes you feel like I'm a little clueless? I feel out of tools. What is the particular thing for you?
No specific behavior, but more like she is 17 months old, doesn't have words to communicate things, and I'm trying my best to interpret and adjust my vision. Like, am I
Okay.
seeing what I think I'm seeing, and am I making the best decisions to promote the next best move? You know. So
Well,
I watch your channel, love the videos. I
that's
use them a
awesome that
lot.
you're
Yes.
here, that you're kind of like preparing for the future. If you don't have any particular behavior, wait. It's coming. It's coming, Lorenzo. And not because you have a bad child, it's because children have behavior because they're kids. And then we come online. This is used to be me. I used to come online and get scripts and hacks and tips. And I remember trying to apply those things to my ADHD, PTSD, mood disorder son growing up in foster care with me, and they didn't work. Did that happen to you guys? Like you hear these scripts, it's okay to be angry, but it's not okay to hit, and they keep on hitting. Gentle hands, and then they're not gentle. I won't let you hit, and they hit anyway. Just take a deep breath, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna take a deep breath, and they keep on yelling. You try to offer choices and nothing works. Is that you guys? If yes, say yes. Exactly like that. It's not your fault. And it wasn't my fault that the general scripts didn't work. This is the reason why they didn't work for me and they might not be working for you. Vamos a la otra.
Vamos.
It's because, Chelsea, please mute yourself. Fede, les muteemos a todos. It's because every behavior communicates an underlying need. So just imagine this. Just imagine a child having a very big need, and you tell them it's okay to be angry, but it's not okay to hit. And they're like, okay, but I still have this big need. Then it won't happen. Or I won't let you hit, and they have this still this big need. It makes sense why they don't work. So it's not that these scripts and this advice and these tips, these general cookie cutter things you hear online are bad. Is that if we try to apply them without mind size skills, which is understanding what's going on beneath the behavior, which are always the needs and the feelings, we would not know if those things we're saying are really going to help our children. Let me help you get a sense of this. If you're trying to wrap your head around it and you're like, I'm a little confused, say, I'm a little confused. I'm going to get you unconfused right now. Mind sight skills. Mind, let me write it on the skip. Mind sight. So mind sight in simple words is basically understanding what's beneath the behavior, which are the needs and the feelings. Okay? Most of us parents, not me back in the day, we address behavior at the surface level. We are behavioralist driven parents, not because we want it to be, but because that's what we learned growing up. You see a behavior, you try to shut it down, to stop it, to steer it, to redirect it. But then we forget that there are needs and feelings beneath all those behaviors. Children don't want to behave bad. They don't want to be bad kids. They don't want to hear you're doing bad or you're a bad child. They're just struggling with needs and feelings that's coming out in a form of a behavior. And even these general scripts that are gentle parenting scripts just hit the surface level, which is the behavior and not the needs and the feelings beneath it. Let's go a little bit deeper. Are you guys ready to go a little bit deeper on the needs and feelings? If yes, say yes. I'm gonna drink water. So guys, what's beneath those behaviors? According to Dr. William Glasser, there are 5 basic needs, 5, that all humans have. But this is the thing. A lot of us adults with emotional intelligence were able to communicate most of the time those needs in a healthy way. But kids is the opposite. Most of the time, they're not able to communicate it in a healthy way. So they do it through the things that you wrote, sibling rivalry, hitting, kicking, throwing, biting, yelling, back talk, etc. So what are those 5 basic needs? Basic need number 1 is the need for survival, which is safety. Safety could be physical safety. You feel physically safe when you have food and water and a shelter. Emotional safety. I feel safe to express my emotions. Stop crying or I give you a reason to cry. Who got that growing up? We were not emotionally safe to express our emotions with our parents when they told us that, correct? Psychological safety, we feel free to express our opinions. When we try to express our opinions growing up, then we were disrespectful, we were spoiled brats, shut up, all those things. That's psychological safety. And relational safety is I feel safe in my relationship with you. I know the kind of parent I'm going to wake up to. When growing up, we didn't know the kind of parent we were going to wake up to. If my mom woke up at the right side of the bed, I had a good day. But if she fought with my dad, I had a really bad day. I didn't know what kind of mom I was going to wake up to. It was not her fault. She had other things going on, but that's the need for safety. Then we have the need for belonging, which is connection, inclusion, I belong, I'm part of. The need for power, which is I feel I'm able, I'm skillful, I can. The need for power, this is a biggie for Leo kids and teenagers, which is independence, having control. If you don't feel in control of your life, you're not free, my friend. The need for power is met when I feel I'm in control of my life. And many times kids have this need because they don't feel in control of what's happening in their lives. We tell them what to do. We follow them around all the time. Do this, do that, stop this, stop that. They don't get to decide when they eat, even what they eat, when they go to bed, when they wake up. They don't have control many times. The need for fun, according to Dr. Glasser, is connected to learning, entertainment, play, leisure, like enjoyment. My child won't do homework. Doesn't matter how much I bribe them or how many consequences. He will just not do homework. He might not be having fun. He might not be engaged in the topic. So all these needs are communicated through behaviors. All of them. All of them. The mistake that I was making with my oldest one is that I was just trying to eliminate behavior. And when you eliminate behavior, you eliminate the communication of a need. We don't want to eliminate behavior. What we need to do is understand the need and help them communicate that need without the behavior. That's different. Let's go. Let me help you. Let me help you make sense of this. Are you guys getting aha moments so far? If yes, say yes. If no, say no. I already knew this. Go away, Marcela. Okay, cool. Vamos a la otra. So let me tell you a story because I feel that people learn through stories. I learn through stories. I mean, give me the example and I will learn the concept. And this was a true story. Remember that I have twins. One of them is autistic ADHD. I had struggled with him, with Santi. It was time to go to summer camp. They were going to summer camp all week, no problem. No problem. But then Friday came, and as usual, I told them, hey, guys, get ready because we need to go to summer camp. By the way, they were about 7 years old at the time of this story. One of my sons got ready. My autistic ADHD, who knows how to get ready, he got ready all week. He didn't get ready that morning. And then I reminded him again. He looked at me, he smiled, and he kept on playing video games and doing what he wanted to do. Okay, guys, I have a question for you. What would you do if this happened to you? What would you do? At this point, what would you do if this happened to you? What would you do? Nadia, what would you do?
Thank you. I think that's a great example. I struggle with that daily just with going to school. They're 4 and 6. So I first
Nadia,
try to...
what would you do? What would you do if you already asked him twice to get ready. If you
Mm.
already went down to his level and say, hey, we need to get ready, if you already offered a few choices and he still didn't, what would you do at that point?
Yeah, that's when I unfortunately start getting loud and I say, I have to go to work, you have to go to school. Let me help you get ready and then get them started.
And what follows after that when you do that? No,
I
no
have to,
judgment. I just
yeah,
all of
no,
us are on.
absolutely. Absolutely. I find myself having to do everything. Then come down and eat your breakfast, and they don't eat. And then, come on, you have to eat. You have to fill your
Right.
belly. Come on. It's continuing like
So
this
it's
till we
a
get to the
power
fall.
struggle.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I relate to you in the past. I used to be in that back and forth as well. Thank you for your vulnerability, Nadia. Let me give you love.
Thank
Thank you. I'm sure a lot of parents related to what you're saying. So Lisette, I just do it for them. Sarah, I asked if there is something different today. I would shut up and take away what they're doing. I would like to bribe, take away privileges, force them to get dressed, probably yelling. Okay, so let's see what really happened that day. Vamos a la otra.
May I share?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, it'll be quick. I would try to quickly scan myself to see if I had done anything to communicate emotional unsafety for that morning or psychological safety. I would help this second child understand how they belong to me and the younger kid, and we move together. And when they slow us down, we can't move together, but we have to stay together. And then I would probably try to see if there's anything I can do to make getting ready fun.
Well, you're a very aware parent. I noticed that you may have maybe training. That's good. Yeah. So this is what happened, Lorenzo, and everybody here. My son was struggling that morning. How do I know? Because he got ready, no problem all week, and something happened on Friday. So remember, every behavior communicates a need. Every behavior communicates a need. The first thing is that I look for a pattern or a disruption of a pattern. There was a disruption of a pattern. Today, Friday, he didn't get dressed. Number two, I explored his feelings, like Lorenzo said. Number three, I connected the feeling to a need. It's not just about how do you feel, but what do you need? And then number four, I explore ways of meeting his need. So what did I do? I paused for a second, as Lorenzo said. I said, something is different today, son. You got ready, no problem, all week. What's going on? What's about today? And then he said, today is movie day. I'm like, bingo. ADHD, autistic, my son hates going to the movies. There you go. He was nervous about the possible sensory overload at summer camp. So I connected the feeling to a need. So I see that you need, what do you need, son? Well, I just don't want to be forced to be there. I'm like, okay, that's great. So he needs, let's go back to the basic feeling, basic needs. Guys, connected to a need right now. We're in a class. What is the need? I see two needs. I see the need for safety, which is emotional safety, and I see the need for freedom. Not being forced to be in a room he didn't want to stay in. I'm like, okay. What about if we talk to your teacher about you having the freedom to get out of the room when you need and go somewhere that is calmer? Would that make you feel a little bit safe, more safe? We had that plan. He got ready, no problem. When I picked him up, the teacher said he just went to the crap room. Most of the time he was okay. Most of the time he was okay in the movie room. Now let's go to the next slide because this is important, guys. Pay attention to this. Let's go to the next slide. What about if instead of using mind size skills, I would have stayed just at fixing the surface level behavior with bribes, with yelling, with raising my voice. We need to go, and if you don't get dressed right now, I'm gonna get you dressed and forcefully get you dressed. What would have happened if I would have stayed with a behavioralist approach? And number two, how would he feel having this big need, being this nervous, if I were to just stay at the surface level, fixing the behavior? He probably would have had behaviors at school, yes, possibly. I would have had a big meltdown with kicking the back of my seat in the car for sure. At least that. He would have dug his heels until he had a meltdown at home and not get dressed, and I would have been late for summer camp and late for work. I needed them to be in summer camp so I could work. I work full time. Disconnection. Scripts, bribes, yelling, or consequences would have not helped my child feel at ease during movie day. So if you want to correct any behavior with ease, focus on uncovering the need and meeting the need instead of fixing the behavior. Parent the need, not the behavior. Otro porfis. Sometimes parents tell me, Marcela, but I'm a parent of multiples. If I'm catering to everybody's needs, then I won't have time to do anything. That is something that I've learned in the years of being a behavior-based parent, a behavior-focused parent. No, a need-focused parent, I'm sorry. This is the thing that I've learned. When I focus on meeting the need, instead of just addressing the superficial behavior, things take less time. Power struggles take a lot more time. A lot more time. The meltdown in the car and refusing to get out of the car and enter the summer camp, that takes more time. And that's what our clients in HIC parenting have experienced once they master mind-size skills. For example, we have Andrea. She came to this class one day. Clara, could you please mute yourself? Mute yourself, please. Andrea, she came to this class one day and she was like, wow, I want to be a need-based parent. And then she decided to enroll with us in our course. And then she mastered mind-size skills. And this is what she's saying in terms of the time that it takes her to correct a behavior. Let's play, Andrea. No se escucha. No se escucha, Andrea. Jessie, ¿qué estás haciendo? Habla en español, porfis.
Work is a pain
The
in the
most
ass.
mind-boggling.
My files are in the
Jessie, stop there. Jessie, habla, porfis. What are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Jessie, habla.
The most mind-boggling thing to me is that it's faster. And I get that, like, she feels more heard. Of course, her quality of life is improved. But for me as mom, like, the value for me is that I genuinely don't have to sit in this tantrum for nearly as long and struggling through the different things, right? I'm just more authentic. I'm more in tune with her. I get it. So there's no like thinking involved in it.
Let's stop there. Guys, that's what happens when we do a live class. Things come up, technical things come up, but we figure out the audio of this. I was going to tell Jessica, hey, Jessica, you don't have to play. I could find it on the phone. But basically, that's why I wanted to tell you guys. Uncovering needs and meeting needs takes less time than powering struggling with our kids. Or Kelly, the one on the left, she has 3 kids. One of them is a baby, and the 5-year-old was not having it since the baby was born. A lot of tantrums, a lot of meltdowns. She went through this class. She decided to get the help from us with our course. And then she said that once she learned how to uncover the need beneath the behavior, she's able to enjoy the relationship with her daughter, and things that were a problem before are not a problem now. I have a question for you guys. Imagine that you are able to prevent most power struggles right now. What would that mean for you and your children? What would that mean? Imagine that not everything is a struggle. So much more fun. Yeah, more peace and more fun. As an autistic ADHD mom, I noticed that when I gain understanding of my children's needs, their 5 basic needs and their needs related to their diagnosis as well, things started to go a lot smoother. Yeah. And that's basically the U element of the use method to correct any behavior with ease. We have 2 more steps, but that's the very first step. Otro porfis. Now you might be saying, Marcela, but I validate their feelings. I try to understand the need and they keep on yelling. I even try to offer hugs and they hit me instead. I've been trying to speak kindly and go to their level, but things just keep going how they're going. The struggle keeps happening, and then the hitting, the kicking, the aggressiveness keeps happening. Is that you? My family already thinks I'm too soft since I'm trying gentle parenting. I don't know if this is the parenting for my family. I don't even know if I don't want to go back to spanking and yelling. I don't want to raise my kids the way I was raised, but gentle is not working. Is that you guys? If yes, say yes. Okay. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. I worry that he learned from that. Okay. If that is you, uncovering needs is the first step, but it's not the only step. If you have mind-size skills, but you don't have the other 2 skills that you are going to learn in the use method, it makes sense why you still stay in the struggle. Okay? Let's talk about the other 2 skills. But before that, I want to tell you something, guys. And this is to for the ones who are like, hey, Marcela, I understand the needs, but I need help and guidance on really understanding what my child's needs are, how to uncover them, and what to do about it. So I prevent power struggles. If that is you, before we move forward, I want to tell you, let's go, vamos a la otra. I want to tell you what I told you in the very beginning, that today's class is the overview of the use method to correct any behavior with ease. I give you examples, but I'm sure they might not all apply to you. If you want the full navigation system and the step-by-step, otro porfis. That's in the Raising Secure Children course. All these parents that I show on the testimonials come from this course, from parents who went outside this class and applied these skills with the full navigation system in the Raising Secure Children course. So if you want to enroll in this course at any point of this class, you can scan the QR code that you see on the screen, or our team is going to place the link in the chat and then join us on this course. And that way you can have step-by-step guidance not just for now, but for 3 months, because this is a 3-month course, okay? The QR code is on the screen, or the link is in the chat as well. Vamos a la otra. Let's go to the S element, which is settling down the nervous system. When they are in these big behaviors and we're like, nothing works. What do we do here, guys? I was raising a child who put holes on the wall, who took the closet door off the rail, who tried to run away. That was my son in foster care. Let's talk about the S element of the use method to correct any behavior with this. Vamos a la otra. So nothing works. They're hitting, the kicking, the screaming, and you're like, but take a deep breath. Use your words. And they don't. Is it that you're doing something wrong? The answer is no. You're doing the right thing at the wrong time. Vamos a la otra. Let's go to the next one. According to CPI, to crisis prevention intervention, there are psychologists in the room. Let me know if you are certified in CPI. I am. So according to CPI, there are 4 levels of dysregulation, or they call it 4 behavior levels. You can take screenshots of this portion of the class. I think this is the like the most academic part of it. You can take a screenshot, share on your stories, tag me at High Impact Club so I can know that you went through this class. But what happens? The kicking, the hitting, the screaming, the biting, the throwing, the hitting their sister, all those big acting out behaviors are crisis level 4 behaviors. According to CPI, there are 4 behavior levels. Before crisis, there are always earlier levels of dysregulation. What happens is that all children and all people go through these levels of dysregulation. If they get to hitting, kicking, yelling, they already went through the earlier ones. But because we are not trained on seeing those signs of earlier signs of dysregulation, we miss it. We just see the hitting, we just see the biting, we just see the throwing. We bypass the earlier stages and we're stuck at the highest level of dysregulation, which is what I call the point of no return. When they are at the point of no return, there is no take deep breaths that will work. Just give them time and they will come down. But at that higher stage of dysregulation, it's hard. So this is the key. And this is why I'm so effective at settling things down with my autistic son, with PTS, with sensory processing disorder, who gets a lot of sensory anxiety. That's why I'm so effective at preventing meltdowns. Because I know how to spot on level 1, level 2, level 3, and regulate his nervous system before he gets to higher levels of dysregulation. So this is the key. The key is to calm down little storms before they become big tornadoes. Calm down little storms before they become big tornadoes. So it's not the, what do I do when they're already all over the place? What do I do when they are triggered? When they're anxious, when they're defensive? Instead of like, just what do I do when they're in crisis? When they're in meltdown, when they're in tantrums. Okay? So let's talk about that a little bit more. Okay, Chris? Remember that this class is an overview. The full navigation system is in our course, but I'm going to do my best to give you an example of the levels of these regulations so you guys have an idea. CPI means crisis prevention intervention. That's what it means. Okay. And there are certifications that you can go through. All us behavioral health professionals, a lot of us have to have that certification. Anyway, but you don't have to be certified in CPI to understand this. Let me break it down for you guys. Vamos al otro. I'm going to give you an example because I love examples to explain concept, like complex concepts, fairly complex concepts. So the Leo guy that you see on the screen is my son in his jiu-jitsu gi. And what happened? So it was summer. We are in Phoenix. They had cabin fever because kids here in Phoenix don't go outside in the summer. It's too hot. And then every day they have their jiu-jitsu class, and it's kind of their moment to, wow, I have all this space and I have my friends. It's kind of their heaven for 2 hours every day. But there was 1 week that they didn't go because they got sick. And then they went back. And then the parents were talking to each other. Oh, I hope this week is better than the last one. Last one was crazy. And I was just wondering what happened. Well, the kids were going nuts. They were not listening to the teachers. They were out of bounds. They were hitting each other. They were like the teachers, the coaches had to send several of those kids to timeout. And then it got worse. And I'm like, okay, let's see. I bet I can help. Because I bet the coaches try to do anything about it at level 4 crisis. So let's go through the steps. Let's go back to step 1, which is unveil the need. What was the need there? I already told you, having fever, middle of the summer. They have a lot of packed up energy inside. They were like Leo monkeys on the bed trying to release all that packed up energy from the whole day just watching TV and playing video games, many of them. So they had the need for fun. Yeah. So what was the trigger? Let's go to level 1. When the teacher said, it's time to line up, they were not lining up. That was a trigger for them because it conflicted with their need. Let's go to the anxious level. And then the teachers were telling them, hey guys, stay in line, stay in line. If you don't stay in line, then we're not going to start the class. And then they started announcing consequences. If you don't stay in line, then you're going to do extra push-ups, or I don't know what they were saying. And then they went from trigger to anxious. In the anxious level, they were a little more agitated. And now they were bothering each other. They were elbowing each other. They were kind of laughing. And then the teachers started losing their temper. And then they started sending the first kid to timeout. And then the other kids straight it out. But later on in the class, when they were doing their wrestling matches, they started going out of the rules and really hitting each other and releasing all that tension that was built up through aggression. So all the behavior levels were there. The trigger, the anxiety, which is agitation, defensiveness, and then it came down to crisis. Meeting kids' needs for connection. So I'm like, I bet I can help. They have the need. Let's prevent all this mess just by regulating their nervous system at the trigger level, which is when they say line up. I say, hey, coaches, would you allow me to give you a recommendation? I'm a parenting coach. I'm this and that. Yes. They're not ready to line up how you want them to line up. It's gonna have to be a modified lined up. They have cabin fever. What can you do when they line up that they can at the same time release energy and mingle with each other. So they came up with this what's the name? This game. It was a name, this game that you pass, like you give a secret to the next one, and it gets to the last one, and it comes back. They modified the lineup, the trigger went away, and guess what happened to the rest of the class time? Everything went on smoothly. They didn't have to put anyone in timeout because the teachers, the coaches, regulated nervous system at the trigger level, not the crisis level. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? Okay. So how I said, guys, this class is an overview. It's not a full navigation system, and I'm not going to go into each behavior level, but I just wanted to let you know how this works, because when you, let's go to the next one. Because when you focus on meeting the need and not fixing the behavior at the earliest stages of dysregulation, trigger, or anxiety, you will prevent most defensiveness and acting out behavior. This is what happened to Cynthia. She was like, I want Cynthia to tell you what she experienced once she developed this skill. What is this skill? Emotional regulation, guys.
Tantrums, and I just really wanted to.
Sí, hágale play, por favor.
My 2-year-old was having a lot of tantrums, and I just really wanted to help myself and help my son and get to the bottom of what he really needed.
Yeah.
So now I can't even remember the last tantrum that my son has had, and
She doesn't even remember the last tantrum that her son has had. Is it because her 2-year-old is mature? No, it's because she is regulating him at early stages of dysregulation. One of our clients, my kid's tantrum lasted 10 seconds. My son's refusal to go to summer camp lasted 5 minutes, not 20 minutes. Because I addressed it at the trigger anxiety level, not the meltdown level. Okay? Vamos a la otra. So again, let's recap. We can correct any behavior with ease when we parent the need, not the behavior. And when we are able to help our children regulate at early stages of dysregulation, rather crisis, when they're in crisis. That's U and that is S, understanding the needs and settling down nervous system. Now we're going to wrap this up with the E element of the use method to correct any behavior with ease. This last element of the use process might be the most important for all the steps, because it is not just about knowing what your child needs or calming down their nervous system or their little storms. It's about them actually learning how to behave positively, how to get along with siblings, how to be responsible, how to communicate without yelling or hitting, how to collaborate, and for you to see long-term results. This step will allow you to see long-term results and not just put out the right now fire. Who is tired of putting out fires? If you're tired, say me. I was tired of putting out fires with my son, with my sons. Yeah. So the E element, Ali, mute yourself, please. The E element of the use method is educating our children on positive behavior. It's not shutting down behavior, it's educating them on positive behavior. Okay? And I'm going to break this down. But before I go there, if you're like Marcela, but I want to know exactly how to unravel the early stages of dysregulation. I want to know about how the trigger looks like, the anxiety looks like. I want to have the full navigation system again, guys. Otro porfis. Remember that the full navigation system is in the Raising Secure Children course, and all these stories of these parents that I'm showing you are parents who went through this course, who came through our doors, and who applied the steps with us for 3 months. Okay? If you want to join this course, all you have to do is to scan the QR code that you see on the screen, or the link is in the chat. Jesse, Federico, pongan el link, por favor. And you can join the course. If you do join the course, come and let us know so I can welcome you. I can say welcome. But it is there, guys. Okay? Otro porfis.
Please, can I ask you a question, Miss Marcela?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm a mother of a 4-month-old baby, and I want to know if this course gonna help me to like educate them, even if I don't know these behaviors. It's my first time to be a mother.
What's your
So
name?
I'm Umayma.
Ona-
Umayma.
Omaima. The answer is
Yes.
I don't know if it's gonna help you. I need an answer from you. Do you feel fully capable of managing toddler behaviors, school age behaviors, without sorting to things that you don't want to do, like yelling or spanking or things that you don't want to do?
Yes, I feel that I'm doing the yelling and I'm screaming right now, even if he is just a little baby. But like in the late nights when I'm too tired and he is awakened and he wants me to be awakened with him, and I'm so tired, I feel that.
Okay. So that's basically the answer. If you feel fully capable, the answer is no. Why would you buy a course you don't need? But if you're like, hey, I feel like I'm at a loss and I don't want to yell and I don't have the skills, yes, this course for sure could help you.
Yeah, yes, thank you so much. This is the answer.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
mind if it sounds like she's talking about a 4-month baby and the things you're describing. I would talk to your doctor personally about maybe some postpartum depression that might help. Because it sounds like you do have a young baby, and I understand how difficult that could be, because
Yeah.
I have too.
Yeah.
So please reach out to your doctor.
Yes. By the way, thank you for saying that. I had a 2-year postpartum depression. So yes.
Wow, I thought that the postpartum just in the first month.
Okay. Okay. So talk to your doctor, and then they will help you with with that portion, but the course will help you with the skills. So basically, when your son or your daughter is 1 or 2 years old, you know what to do. You feel resourced instead of out of skills, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So it is,
especially when
yeah.
it is a boy, not a girl, a boy.
Oh,
I
okay,
think
boy, I'm sorry. So,
it's more.
Mom, it's up to you. If you want to prepare for the future, and if you feel like, hey, I don't think I will have the skills in the near future, yes. But as for now, it's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe your doctor could help you with the postpartum and you will feel a lot more yourself and you're able to take care of your baby better. That could help you too. And if you want to prepare for the future with the course, then yeah, you can join us as well. Okay, guys. My ADHD kicked in. Where I was I? Oh yes, we're entering the E element of the use process. This is where you will really go from putting out fires to correcting behaviors the long term. Okay? Let's talk about this. Who's excited to talk about correcting behaviors in long term? Is that you? Okay.
Hi, Marcella. Can I say one thing?
To who? To me?
To the whole group, I just wanted to say that I'm one of the members, pretty new, but I in piggybacking on what the other families were saying, I really wish I would have subscribed to your program a lot sooner with my children. I think that would have avoided a lot of trauma on their end and my end. So if my son was 4, 5, 6 months old, I would definitely subscribe to this to your group, because not only does the information is really helpful,
Wait a
but
second. Are
the
you
support.
Christian? Are you
Yes, I'm
Christian?
Christian.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Aw.
Yes, I'm Christian. But yes, definitely the support group is also wonderful. The WhatsApp chat, how you can, share with other parents what you may be going through. It's a whole support network, not just information, but yeah. If I wish I would have done it earlier. That I just want to put my 2 cents in. Thank you.
Thank you, Christian. Are you at work? I know that you work right at this time.
Yeah. I'm driving at the moment. I apologize,
Okay.
but I'm listening. I'm learning. I'm learning.
I'm so glad that you're here. I cannot wait to see
Thank you.
you in class
Yes,
on
definitely.
Thursday.
I'll be there. I'll
Aw,
be there.
well, thank you.
Gracias. Thank you,
That
guys.
was unexpected. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, so let's go to the E element of the use method to correct any behavior with these. Vamos a la otra. The difference between punishment versus discipline. There is a clear difference. Please write this down. Punishment focuses on penalizing past behavior, past behavior. Discipline focuses on building skills to improve future behavior. Punishment focuses on the past. Discipline focuses on the future. Punishment says, because you did this bad thing, then you're going to feel this way with this punishment, whether it's the chancla or the yelling or the timeout or the taking the toys away, is penalizing something that our children did in the past. The feelings are, they don't learn, I did something wrong. What they learn is, I am bad. Why do I know that? Because according to neuroscience, children filter everything through the lens of self. So everything is, I am bad or I'm good. So that's how they're filtering that. I am bad. That's why I got spanked. Even in their head, they're not like, I got spanked. They're like, oh, I got hit by my parent. I got yelled at. Oh, I was sent to this room by myself. I am bad. That's punishment. Discipline focuses on building skills, so future behaviors are different. What children learn is, I am good, I'm empowered, and I can do better. Let me give you the example, guys, so it makes sense. Are you guys wrestling with these two? If you guys are, say yes, I'm wrestling with it. If it's making sense, say it's making sense. Don't worry. For me, it's important that it's clear to you. Let me give you the example, guys. Otro porfis. Okay. So punishment temporarily stops the behavior, but doesn't correct the behavior because it doesn't address the root need or what the child is feeling or what the child is thinking or even the behavior level, nothing. Discipline addresses the need, the behavior level, what the child is needing and thinking, all that. So how does that work? Let's see these two little girls. What's happening there? What's happening there? They're fighting over a doll. The punishment might say, If you're not playing nicely with this doll, I'm going to take it away. What happens when you take the doll away? They're going to find another doll to fight over. That's what happens. But discipline would say you're fighting over this doll because you both may be feeling angry that the other one wants the doll you wanna play. I feel angry. You want to play with the doll. I wanna play. You might lack the skill of negotiation. You might lack the skill of sharing. You might lack the skill of taking turns. That's what mind-size skills say. Nervous system skills say they might be already triggered and they might be already anxious. They need regulation. So how does positive discipline work here? It works with, number one, helping the children see each other's needs and feelings. Number two, settling down the kids to calm down. And number three, help them develop the skills they need to relate peacefully. Developing taking turns skills, developing conflict resolution skills, developing negotiation skills. What were you looking to do with this doll, Sophia? I just wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted to do her hair. What were you looking to do with this doll, Leila? She was part of my house. Okay, how can we both meet our needs? Do you have any ideas? And that will only happen once we settle them down from their nervous system. Okay, we are going to settle down. Let's take a little break. You might need to grab the doll for a little bit while they settle down. And if there are tears, the tears flow. Let the tears flow. And then you put them back together to troubleshoot and problem solve. Okay? Troubleshoot and problem solve. Okay? How do you settle them down? Okay, that is something that you can have more in-depth guidance in the course, but right now, what I need to tell you is depends on their needs, on their sensory needs, actually. There are some children who are sensory seekers. They regulate by seeking sensory stimulation. There are some other kids that regulate by avoiding sensory stimulation. So it depends on what your child's needs are. For my twins, they regulate by taking a break from each other for a little bit, and then I bring them back together. One of my sons is a sensory seeker because he's autistic and ADHD. So I have to help him a little bit more with proprioception and with calming sensory tools. So it just really depends on your child's needs. And that's something that for sure you will learn in more in depth in the Raising Secure Children course. But at a rough overview, that's what you do. Proprioception is this, like how my body, like proprioception is input, sensory stimulation, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it could be, for example, my son's preferred proprioception is back rubs or feet rubs or rocking. He's autistic, he likes rocking. I have to help him. Otherwise, he cannot do it himself. But let's not go back to nervous system topic. Let's stay here. Once you understand the needs, regulate them, you bring them back together, and then you develop skills. So next time they are with a doll, they know how to share the doll and they know how to take turns with the doll. And if there is a problem that arises, they know how to problem solve when they're playing dolls. That's positive discipline. Punishment would say, let's just take this doll away and you are not going to get it back until you show me that you can play nicely. They would not learn anything with that. You're just putting out the fire and not fixing or not really helping them solve their problems. Punishment is having them suffer for having a problem. Discipline is helping them solve a problem. Okay? Otro, porfis. Otro. So I have a question for you. Belt and bribes and timeout and yelling. Does that stop behavior? Yes. You could get your child to stop hitting their sister with spanking and with timeout. Absolutely, yes. The question is, at what cost? The other route is to learn how to correct any behavior with ease by integrating the use method in your families. So this is my question for you. Do you believe if you knew how to uncover all needs, you will prevent most power struggles? The second question is, if you knew how to settle them down from Leo storms, do you believe you could prevent most storms and most acting out behavior? Yeah. And the last question is, do you believe that if you could educate your children on the skills they need to solve their conflicts, you could start seeing less and less conflict over time? That you could start seeing more positive behavior over time? Hey guys, that's what we teach in HIC parenting. That's what we help parents with. We help parents create peaceful environments, raise secure children by developing in them mind-sight skills, which is unveiling needs, nervous system skills, which is the S element, and positive discipline skills, which is the E element of the use process. Otro, porfis. So in this class, I promised that I was going to teach you the use method to correct any behavior with ease. I think I accomplished my task. I taught you the U element, which is uncovering needs, and I gave you an example of how I did that. I covered settling down Leo storms to prevent big storms. That I gave you an example of how to do that. And then we cover educating children in skills, and I gave you an example of how that might look like. This is the class. If you feel fully confident that you can integrate the use method in your family without help, you can leave right now. If not, if you're like, Marcela, I need help, then stay, because I'm going to show you how you can integrate this method with our help in our course. Otro, porfis. So guys, would you allow me to share with you how the Raising Secure Children course work? I'm asking permission before I show you how our paid course work. Okay, guys. Okay. If you want to DIY and if you feel fully confident of doing it on your own, you don't have to stay for this portion, okay? All right. Okay, so let's talk about the Raising Secure Children course. Otro. So the Raising Secure Children course is an self-paced online course to help you integrate the use method in your family dynamic. So you can go from putting out fires all day to correcting behavior the long term by uncovering needs, by settling down Leo storms, and by educating children in skills so they can have positive behavior in the future. That's the Raising Secure Children course. Okay, let me show you each module. On module 1, it's all focused on the use element of the U element of the use process. It's just about breaking down the needs. So I'm going to walk you through need by need, how it looks like in behavior, and what to do about it to prevent power struggles. That's basically module 1. For example, Jenny, she has multiple kids. And then this is what she says, just by mastering the U element of the use process with module 1.
See a big difference since I started the program because, like I said, when I had my first daughter, it was very hard to help her through her tantrums. Her tantrums were long, and now that I've gone through the program and I'm parenting my son, my 18-month-old son, I can see a difference. His tantrums are less, they're shorter. So I know the needs now. Once I find the need, I'm able to help him. Even though he's not telling me his behavior is communication, so he doesn't even have to tell me his own word. I'm seeing it through his behavior. I know what's appropriate at his developmental stage, and so I can quickly help him versus to how I was parenting my first daughter in the beginning. I didn't know what I was looking for. Wow.
So that's what happens. You don't have to have a verbal child to tell you what they need. When you have mind-sight skills, you will know what they need because you will know the signs of each need. My son is autistic and he was a late talker. My brother, he's nonverbal, autistic, Down syndrome. And I know his needs. Even through his behaviors, I know them and I help them. So that's module 1. Once you uncover needs, power struggles are going to be a lot less. That was beautiful for determining some metrics for success. Wonderful. I mean, it's hard to know if it's working. I imagine it's hard to know if it's working. What do you mean, Lorenzo?
Yeah, it's hard to know if you're winning. I guess you can be watching, you can be trying to apply the skill, looking for the manifestation of change in the child, and it just may take time. So I imagine, how do you know it's working? You know, the kid is receptive.
I could tell you right now, because I created this course based on my training and experience as a therapeutic care provider of kids with behavioral challenges in the foster care system. So there are 3 metrics to know we are going towards the right direction: intensity, frequency, and duration. If Jenny said his tantrums, he still has tantrums, but they're a lot less frequent, that's progress. If they are as frequent, but they're less intense, that's progress, right? If they are as frequent and as intense, but they're not as long, they're 10 seconds, like Cynthia's son, his tantrums lasts 10 seconds, that's progress. And that's basically how we measure progress when I did therapeutic care. We measured it in frequency, intensity, and duration. If you see improvement in any of those areas, you're going towards the right direction. Does that make sense, Lorenzo? Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one. So module 2. Guys, this is meant to be a 3-month program. This is a 3-month program. So the first month, you are focused on just becoming an expert on mind-sight skills, of understanding needs. Then you move to month 2, which is settling down stress responses or the nervous system work, okay? On this module, remember the behavior levels? You are going to know each behavior by each behavior level. Each lesson is a breakdown of each behavior level. So when you see it in your kids, you will know how they present, and what to do to settle them down from that very early stage of dysregulation so you can prevent most uppercase storms. Okay? For example, Mickey, she has ADHD, 2 kids with ADHD, and then she said that this program has helped her have less blowouts, sometimes not in a whole day, and not because she's a better parent or she has better kids. She's already a good parent. You already guys are good parents, but because she had nervous system skills. She knows how to settle down nervous system at the earliest stages of dysregulation. And you will see improvement again in the intensity, frequency, and duration of behaviors. Okay? With my son, with my autistic son, I'm fully confident of settling him down very fast because I know how his trigger looks like, and I know how his anxiety looks like. I know how all his behavior levels look like. And that's month number 2. Let's go to month number 3. And by the way, the way to join this course, just scan the QR code on the screen, or our team is going to leave the link in the chat. You can join us there. If you want to come back and say, hey, I joined, just let us know so we can welcome you to the Raising Secure Children course. Do you recommend this course with my daughter? She's 9 years old. My twins are 9. And I apply the use method every single day. Thank God, because otherwise I think I will be drowning in reactivity all day. Being autistic myself, my child is autistic. So absolutely yes. The use method could be applied at any age because it is a framework. It is a framework. All children have all 5 basic needs. All children have all 4 behavior levels. All children need to learn skills. So of course it applies for all ages. Month 3 is the E element of the use method, which is educating our children on the skills they need so they have positive behavior in the future. Remember, punishment is shutting down past behavior. Positive discipline is developing skills so future behavior is better. That's how you start seeing long-term results. And that's basically month 3. I will walk you through the method to build skills instead of shutting down behavior. For example, Kimberly, she has an 8 and a 5-year-old. And this is what she's saying. It has helped me to practically help my child through their big emotions and to understand what they're trying to say. It has also helped us to put words to their needs so my 8 and a 5-year-old can better explain what they feel. It has done so much for me, and I'm so grateful for this program. But my son cannot express what they feel because they're nonverbal. You can still develop skills in them. When my twins were toddlers, I was developing skills. Let me tell you something that is very true. My twins are 9 years old, and they take care of their morning routine from beginning to end. The only thing that I have to do is take him to school. Today, I was getting late. I was kind of like getting late. I was trying to brush my hair, and one of my twins walked in and he said, Mom, we're already ready. We're waiting for you. And he had his little backpack on, and then his autistic twin was the same. Was it because they are perfect kids? No, it's because I've been developing skills in them since they were toddlers. So now that they're 9 years old, I'm reaping the results of it. That's why I'm not following them around all morning, telling them, tie your shoes, eat your breakfast, brush your teeth, make your bed, pack your backpack, and put your shoes on. I'm not a police officer because I'm not a police officer. I'm their coach. I'm their skill coach. When you're a coach, when you are a soccer coach, you're not in the field playing with the players. You coach them in the week, and on the weekend they're playing their game, and you're on the sideline watching. I may be giving some tactical advice, but they're doing everything. Sometimes I have to give tactical advice. Sometimes I come out of my bathroom and my autistic son is ready from head to toe, but then I notice that he doesn't have any socks on. It's okay. He's ADHD. He forgets steps sometimes. But he has the skill of taking care of his daily routine. That's the result of the skill of positive discipline. You're not putting out fires. You're not following kids around all the time. You're developing skills. And those are the results of the work that you're going to do with month 3 of the Raising Secure Children course. Otro porfis. I'm going to tell you the values of each module. So the value of module 1 of understanding all your child's needs to stop power struggles is $240 US dollars, because we are in the United States. Otro. The value of module 2, settling down your child's nervous system and prevent emotional storms, is $240 US dollars. Otro. The value of module 3, educating your child in social emotional skills for long-term behavior correction, is $240 US dollars. Otro porfis. Can it work for autistic runners? My son is an autistic runner. So yes, for sure. The total value is $720. I have a question for you guys. How does 720 feel once you are uncovering needs, settling down the old storms, preventing power struggles, and having a peaceful dynamic with your kids? Expensive but worth the investment if you got it. Yeah. Yeah. Madison, she is a single mom. She had to borrow Paul to pay us, basically. And this is what she said. I'm currently on course 1 on module 1, and already I know this is going to be life-changing for myself and my boys. There is no better way to invest in your children on who they will become. That was her just when she just went through module 1. Out of reach of this economy. Okay. Is it
Well, when I think about
impossible?
it,
Yeah.
if I may, when I think about the cost of that of sort of a village or community pays for children who go to school and are not prepared to have security when they're engaging teachers who don't have the benefit of the time or space to do what you're doing or telling us to do, it costs more. When they don't go to school, grandma's got to watch them, someone's got to pick them up if you're working. And I just wonder, I'm like thinking I can approach my family and be like, example kid and family is rough and having a hard time, and how much does it cost us collectively to get new skills for me? Everybody donate $100 and we'll see, or $50 and see what happens. I don't know. But the cost can cost so much more if you think about medicine, miscommunication between parents, going to court if you're fighting about custody placement, professionals engaging in things when it could have been behavioral or starting with us. I don't know.
One of our clients told us that she quit smoking once she started integrating the use method in her family. Another parent told us last week, she's autistic and she's raising an autistic son. She said that she was on anxiety meds. And now she's off anxiety meds because of the results that she got in her family. There was another couple who told us we were about to rehome our adopted daughter. And we saved that family from having to give up their daughter. So yeah, you are right, Lorenzo. It is expensive. Who says it is not? But the cost of not having the skills, at least for me, were a lot more. My oldest son was running away. He didn't want to be with me anymore. And it wasn't until I buckled up and I mastered these skills with a lot of help, and it took me a lot of time, that things started changing. And the difference between me there and this now is that this is now packaged in something that you can do in 3 months. For me, it took me years to figure this out. Yeah. So guys, I have news for you. Let's go to the other one. Thank you, Lorenzo. You don't even have to pay $720, guys. You can enroll now for $470. But these $470 is if you enroll while we're live. So if you want to enroll in the Raising Secure Children course, all you have to do is scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the chat, join the course, and come back and let us know that you joined so we can celebrate with you. You are welcome, Lorenzo. You are welcome. And there are bonuses as well. Let's go to the bonuses. Okay. Mega bonus number 1, and this is just for the ones who join while we're live. The course is 3 months, and regularly you have 3-month access for the ones who purchase from our website. But if you enroll while we're live, we'll give you lifetime access to the course and the material. So now your children are 5, so when they're 13, you can come back and get a refresher and help you apply the use method when they're 13. Another mega bonus. Let's go to the next one. If you join while we're live, you will get the same tools and materials our private one-on-one coaching clients get. They pay thousands of dollars to be one-on-one coaching clients, and you will get their materials that has a value of $720. And then there is one last bonus, and I think this is the biggest one. If you join while we're live, you get a full year of live support from me and my coaches in our private community. So you just don't get the course that you go through at your own, but you have my weekly support to answer your questions, to help you integrate the skills, to help you apply them in your family. And alongside the way, you get a group of parents who are like you on their path of raising secure children, who share your struggles, who share your needs, who have neurodivergent kids too, who have nonverbal kids too, who have the same situation and are getting the direct support from me and my coaches to integrate the use method to correct any behavior with ease in their families. If you were to join our private community for a full year, you will be paying right now $564 because the private community is $47 a month. So a full year is $564. But if you enroll in the course right now, while we're live, you get a full year of the Secure Parent Collective private community for free as a bonus for enrolling now in the Raising Secure Children course. In that community, you get weekly live classes with me, and access to me, access to my coaches, access to other parents. You don't have to do this alone. And Christian, the one who talked a lot earlier, he's a member of our private community, and he was the one who shared his experience in the private community. Tell me, welcome to the Raising Secure Children course and to our private community. I'm so happy. Jesse, would you do me a favor? Could you please take Tellme's phone number and email so we can add her to our WhatsApp group of the private community?
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Yes, Janet, welcome to the Raising Secure Children course. I'm so happy. And welcome to our private community as well. Okay, guys, so let's recap. Let's recap what you guys get for joining the Raising Secure Children course while we're live. Vamos a la otra. You get Module 1, which is Understanding Needs and Preventing Power Struggles for $240. Module 2, which is Settling Down Nervous System to Prevent Big Storms for $240. You get Module 3, which is Educating Children on Better Skills for Long-Term Results with a value of $240. You get the same curriculum materials that one-on-one coaching clients get with a value of $720. You get a full year of being part of our private community where you get direct support from me, direct guidance from me and my coaches, and access to a beautiful private community of parents. And this is priced at $564. Instead of 3 months, you have lifetime access to the course, and this is priceless. The total value that you get for joining the Raising Secure Children course is $1,984, and you can join right now for just $470. So if you enroll while we're live, you will be saving $1,514. So again, to join us is very simple. Just scan the QR code that you see on the screen or click the link in the chat and join us. Join us in the Raising Secure Children course. Could we get a few minutes after the live to enroll? Can you enroll after the live? Absolutely, yes. You can still enroll for $470, but you will lose the bonuses. You will lose the access to the private community. You will lose access to the lifetime access. You will have 3-month access, and you will lose the access to the curriculum that our one-on-one coaching clients get. So yes, can you join the Raising Secure Children course after the live? Yes. For the 470, yes. You can do that the whole week, and after that, we will bump it up to the regular price, but then you won't get the bonuses. Does that make sense? I'm a member. Can I upgrade to this program, Marcela? Yes, you can upgrade. Yeah, you can upgrade. Yes. And Chris, are you paying monthly the private community?
Yes, monthly at the moment.
Okay, so you will have the next year free for joining the course right now.
Oh, wow, wonderful. Okay, great,
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll scan it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Let me know once you are in so I can welcome you.
Sounds
iPhone
good.
3, what's your name? iPhone 3, I want to know your name. iPhone 3, what's your name? Lynn, okay, welcome to the Raising Secure Children course. I'm so happy that you enrolled. I'm so happy. I cannot wait to see your transformation. And welcome to the private community as well, to the Secure Parent Collective. I cannot wait to see you, to meet you, to answer your questions, to guide you directly, to help you apply all the modules. Yes. Will this count happen again? I need to save. Possibly if we do this, okay, if we do this class again, this is the first class that we do selling this course for years. The last time that we sold this course was 2022. Yeah, I'm talking about on a live class with a big discount. Yes. Usually what we're focusing in is on helping parents join our private community. But yeah, yes. If it happens again, possibly, yes. We just don't know when it's going to be the next time. Single parent, oh, Chris. I hear you. I hope that this class helped you. My intention with this class is whether you enroll in the course or not, you don't walk out with fluff. You walk out with a clear understanding of the steps and an example for each step of the use method. I just don't like to go to free classes where I don't learn anything. So I hope that this free class helped you, Chris. I just want to say that your reels on IG are the best, just that content has been so helpful, but I need to get my husband on board, and I think Discord will really help us. Okay, so tell me, if you cannot enroll right now, you can enroll after the live for the same amount, for 170. The only thing is that you won't access the bonuses for free. If you want to access the bonuses, you would need to pay for them, if that makes sense. Oh, you just enrolled? My ADHD brain, welcome. Oh, Christian, welcome to this Raising Secure Children course. I'm so happy. Would this value be available at least by the end of the day? My husband is on board. He just wants to talk a little bit when, okay. So Jennifer, the price, yes, you can enroll for the entire week for 470. I don't play those games. If you don't enroll right now, then tomorrow is $1 million. I don't play those games. But the bonuses are fast action bonuses. So can you enroll for 470 at the end of today? Yes, without the bonuses. Does that make sense? Now, if you're enrolling next week or in 2 weeks, it won't be 470. It's gonna be back to regular price, $720. Should I be watching out for an email to join the private community? An email? No, a text. Our client success manager will text you later. And an email as well, but I'm sure they're gonna text you. Jesse, ¿cómo funciona ahí con los que se unen a la comunidad? Do they get a text or an email? Yeah, sure. And a text?
Sí, podemos hacer las dos. Ahorita le pasamos la lista a Sofi y Sofi los contacta.
Okay, okay.
Ya tenemos los números igual. Pues ya estamos como en eso.
Okay. Jessica is our operations director. She speaks Spanish. So I'm sorry, guys. So what she's saying is that for the ones who are joining our private community right now and enrolling in the course, we are going to get this list. And once we're done with the class, Jessica is going to send this list to our client success manager, Ana Sofia, and she's going to be emailing and texting and calling, sending you smoke signs to get a hold of you so you can enter the WhatsApp group and get onboarding for the private community. The second I get the dinero, I will back and register. Thank you for sharing your gifts. Developing your content is critical. Thank you. You had courses at Christmas. Is this the same? Thanks. No, at Christmas, no, this is not the same. No, this is not the same. At Christmas, I think we were promoting yeah, no, this is not the same. Great, thanks. You're welcome. Okay, guys, so let me answer a few of your questions before we end this live. There are some parents who say, I don't know if I could make any progress if my husband is not on board. Do you have that thing running in your head? I mean, I know that, I don't know, I'm not sure if I integrate the use method in my family and I try to apply it, but my husband or my wife comes in and she does traditional parenting. I don't know if the progress is going to be lost. Is that you? Yeah. Okay. So tell me, this is something that I have to tell you. Tell me, you just enrolled in the course. Don't be afraid of that. And this is why. We've noticed in the years that we had in HIC parenting that when the kids start to calm down with us a lot sooner and cooperating with us without yelling and not powering, struggling with us, we notice once parents start seeing results, the co-parent usually joins and wants to learn. That's what we've noticed. There have been a few times that the other parent doesn't come on board for some reason. They're hard-headed. I have a question for you. Imagine your son or your daughter sees a secure parent in one of their parents. Would it be worth it to apply these skills and learn these skills if they just see these skills in just one of the two parents?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. So will it be for sure guaranteed that your husband or wife will come on board? No. What we've seen happening is that usually yes, once they see that it's easier for you. But even if they don't come on board, if your children see secure parenting from you, I think that's worth it.
Hi,
I think
if I could add something too, I think like you said, the example is the best, you know. But also, you know, hurt people hurt people, like they say. Personas que están lastimadas lastiman otras personas. So if your partner sometimes corrects maybe in a different way, maybe they had a hard childhood. Maybe you can also implement these things on your partner to help them, you know, kind of maybe more securely display their needs. What does your partner need? Maybe they're not, you know, sharing.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. There are some other parents who say, for me, it's just lack of routine. I know if the routine is tight, I would not be reacting as much. There won't be as many power struggles. If we just go to bed on time, everything would be better. Is that you? Federico está ahí, Jesse. Dígale que para mí, o de pronto lo estoy haciendo mal, the chat is not showing everybody's comments.
Estoy aquí, Marce,
¿Sí?
pero el chat no lo podemos editar, es el de Zoom.
Okay. How do I take this off? A private message? Oh, how do I go to the main room? Bueno, anyway. So guys, this is what happens. From experience as a parenting coach and guiding parents every single day of my life, except on Saturdays and Sundays, I noticed that lack of routine is not the cause, but the effect of reactivity and power struggles. It's not the cause, but it is the effect. If you're uncovering needs, if you're settling down nervous systems before they become a storm, if you feel inequipped and you're not yelling, but you're applying positive discipline, usually the routine follows. Does that make sense? So saying that I am reactive or the power struggles happen because the routine is out of whack, it's like if I have a leaking roof and I'm blaming the leaky roof to the water and not to the hole I have on my roof. What I've seen with parents is that as they integrate the use method in their families, they start seeing less power struggles at that time and they feel a lot calmer and their children feel a lot calmer. And guess what happens with bedtime? They go to sleep on time instead of bedtime being 1 hour and an hour and a half and 2 hours. And then the next day is crappy because nobody slept. Does that make sense? One thing takes to the other. Once you integrate the use method in your family, you will see that the routine improves inevitably. Is the inevitable result of you integrating the skills that I taught you in this free class, and of course, the skills that you're going to master in the Raising Secure Children course. Is there an app to access the course? Yes. Once you enroll, you can download the Kajabi app and you can access it for free there. There are some other parents. What other concerns would they have? So the routine, the co-parent who doesn't. Do you have any other concern that makes you believe, like, I wonder if I fear I won't be able to integrate the use method in my family because A, B, or C? If you have it, please drop it in the chat or open your mic. We're not talking about the course. We're talking about you seeing yourself being successful with these skills. If you have any fear, please drop it in the chat. I want to know what it is. Can you please explain the monthly time commitment to complete the course? Time is my fear. Okay, so let me explain it to you again. Tell me. And you already enrolled, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you won't have to worry about time because one of the 3 bonuses is lifetime access. And you don't have to worry about time either because one of the bonuses is 1 full year in the private community with us. For parents who enroll outside of this live, they have 3 months to complete the course. So it's designed to be completed 1 module for each month. So module 1, month 1, module 2, month 2, and module 3, month 3. Yeah, but you don't have that problem, tell me, because you can come all year to our private community. You can ask your questions. You can say, hey, in module 1, this happened. Help me integrate it in my particular dynamic at that time, and I will help you. If anything, you will get a lot faster with us than if you were to do a self-pace just by yourself. Tell me. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I fear my daughter will continue to challenge me regardless of how I change. Okay. I think you already enrolled. Did you already enroll, the one who's asking that? Did you already enroll? The one who's saying, I fear my daughter will continue to challenge me regardless of how I change. Yes. Could you please open your mic? And guys, we are going to end this live class in just 5 minutes. So this is the last chance to join the Raising Secure Children course with all the bonuses. After the live, you can still enroll for $470 for the rest of the week, but you will lose the bonuses, which is the lifetime access, the full year in the private community where you access me to ask me questions, and the one-on-one client curriculum, okay? That has a value of $720. So if you want to access all those bonuses, this is the time and this is the moment for you to enroll right now in the Raising Secure Children's course. Otherwise, you can enroll tomorrow for $470 and you will get the self-paced course that still will serve you a lot, but without the bonuses. So you said if we stay the full life, we will receive free items to help us. Yes. So in the very beginning of the class, I said for the ones who stay to the end of the class, they will access the coping strategies guide. This is something that you guys have access to it, whether or not you enroll in the Secure Children course. You have access to this because you're with me to the very end. But when it comes to the bonuses of the Raising Secure Children course, Jessy, vamos a los bonos. When it comes a los bonos, when it comes to the bonuses of the Raising Secure Children course, which is the full year of private community access to me, to ask me questions, the curriculum of our one-on-one coaching clients and lifetime access, those bonuses expires once we are done with the live. And the $470 price expires at the end of the week. And the next week, it will go back to $720. Okay? Does that make sense? But the live attendee bonus, the coping strategies guide, you all guys will have access to it just because you are with me until the end of the live. Does that make sense? Jehudit? Does that make sense? Open your mic. I want this to be very clear. Jehudit, are you able to open your mic?
Yes, I'm actually trying to understand where it's located at. Like, where would I have the access at?
What?
The coping strategies.
Don't worry about that. I will tell you in a little bit. But do you
Oh,
have, are you clear about the bonuses of the expiring bonuses that go away with this live for raising?
yeah,
joining the
I'm
club?
not able to do it at all.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
way too hard for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
But I appreciate the free live, the things that you've shared, and I've been trying to implement these things with my daughters. They're 8 and 7. I'm definitely seeing results with just the things that you're putting that I'm watching. I mean, that I'm using those methods and I'm calming myself down a lot more and trying to regulate myself. I've been a yeller for a long time. I have 3 older sons that are men now. And, you know, they definitely struggle with the amount of yelling that I used to do with them. And so I'm really seeing like the difference in the connection that I'm having with my daughters more at nighttime. They're telling
Wait
me,
a
Mommy,
second. And is that just with the free content in social media?
yes, they're telling me, Mommy, you're not yelling at me. And I like it when you don't yell. I
This
like
makes
it
my
when
day. You know why? Because my heart is that whether you just watch the social media content, whether you just come to a free class, you can still see some results.
Mhm.
Because I know not every parent has the money to invest in parenting coaching. Now, if you
Yeah.
want to fast track your progress and you want a navigation system with no dead ends, with a clear GPS, then of course it comes with a price tag. If you want to have access to me on the weekly basis, of course it comes with a price tag.
Sure.
I want parents to have tangible things that they can apply in their parenting, even with with the free stuff. So that really makes my day. Thank you so much for saying
Yeah,
that.
definitely. I'm definitely seeing a lot more progress. I'm still dealing with a lot of meltdowns at homework time and dealing with a co-parent that's completely dysregulated, screaming and wants to do spankings. And now my kids are running to me to save them. And it's a battle in the house right now. So I'm really
I have a question for you. You
Mhm.
said that the price is hard for you.
Yeah.
Will it be impossible to make the investment? So next month is different in your house.
I mean, right now it's just I lost my job, so I'm not really bringing anything in, and we're one family right now where he's struggling. So it's just we're really having a hard time putting food on the table at this point. So I'm doing what I can through my apps and I mean, I'm literally every day I'm looking at it all day long and studying, and that's how committed I am.
Do you
So-
find this free class valuable?
yeah, definitely.
In which way?
I mean, I wrote down a lot of the every behavior communicates an underlying need, understanding the need to help them communicate, focus on meeting the need, not fixing the behavior. And I'm a skills coach, not a police officer. You know,
How do you think that could serve you in your parenting moving forward?
because these are things I can tell myself that I can memorize, and I can tell myself when I'm taking those deep breaths, when I'm regulating myself and pausing before I react. I love how you say respond, don't react. So I'm really trying to remind myself I don't want to be a police officer. I want to be a coach. I want to be somebody that they can come to talk to me about those difficult things and not be punished for it and not feel ridiculed or shamed, you know.
Okay. Would you that sounds fantastic, and then that's my hope for you. That
Thank you.
you walk out of this class with something tangible, and then in the future, would you consider joining us?
I'm definitely going to keep the information, definitely, and work at it. So if I can come up with the money for it, it's worth it to me.
Why?
because I know I need to change, and I know that my daughters need these skills to be better humans and to be better parents themselves, you know, and if I can teach it to them, I can break cycles that are in my life and from, you know, my mom has even learned from me, just teaching her what I've taught and what she's overheard. My auntie, when we stayed the weekend with her, she's like, wow, you've changed. You know, there's difference. You're not yelling. You're redirecting. You're correcting their behavior. You're getting on their eye level and teaching them and talking to them. So it's just a different mindset, and I believe in it, you know.
Well, just thinking about those long-term results, and then I know that money is tight, but when you do get it, like how does 470 feel once you get there?
I mean, it still feels hard. It still feels unreachable, but
If you do,
you know, it's something.
if it weren't impossible, how would that feel?
If it what? I'm sorry.
If it weren't impossible, if it were like this is a stretch, but it's not impossible, how would it feel?
I mean, that would feel great. You know, I would love to be able to accomplish that, you know, and have the support of other parents and get that one-on-one and really learn those skills at my core, you know.
Jessie. Prende
Aquí estoy.
Okay. The parents who are really needing help, but they cannot access the course, could you please take their contact info? I want to find a way to help them anyway.
Sí, ya estamos haciendo la lista.
I feel the moral responsibility here, but even with some, I don't know, but yeah. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna answer the last question and we're gonna end this live. If you enrolled in these minutes in the Raising Secure Children course, let me know so I can welcome you. Thank you for this class. It has been very helpful. You're welcome. You mentioned you do coaching in the course. Do I access the coaching through the apps as well? Okay. So it is not private one-on-one coaching, guys. You guys get the curriculum of our one-on-one coaching clients, and you guys have access to 1 year of being in our private community. In our private community, you get weekly live classes with me. So it is not one-on-one working with you. It is you in a group with me or another coach in HIC parenting. And I do get to guide you directly, answer your questions, help you apply the use method. So that's what you get, okay? So I want to be clear on that. It's not private coaching.
I understand that. I just,
guidance.
I think
Okay.
hi, sorry, I think it was me. I understood that. I just probably worded it wrong. I just wanted to know.
The meetings are in Zoom. The meetings are in Zoom. And then we
in
have
Zoom?
a WhatsApp group. Yeah.
But how do I access that information when it's available?
Okay. Did you enroll, by the way?
Yes, and I
Okay.
already have the app, so I just
Okay,
want to
so
know
Janet,
when.
so our client success manager will help you. Okay.
Okay.
I want
Thank
to
you.
help parents who are trying to make an enrollment decision, but if you already enrolled, I'm going to hand you over to our client success manager. Jessica, raise your hand. She's not our client success manager, she's our boss, but just le ayudas, por favor. Help her. Okay.
Sí,
Okay.
ya todo está, ya Sophie los va a contactar. Diles que le den una horita.
Okay. So Janet, and for all the ones who enrolled in the course, our client success manager is going to text you, send you smoke signs, email you, etc. in about an hour. Okay, just give her an hour so you can enter the community and be onboarded and have everything clear. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So let's go to the last slide. El último. So the coping strategies guide is the live attendee bonus. El último, el del coping. The Coping Strategies Guide is the live attendee bonus that it is given to all the people who are with me to the very end, all 15 of you, okay? So to access this digital guide, you have two ways. Either one, you can either purchase it on our website for $57, or you can claim it for free for staying to the end with me. All you have to do is email us a review about this class. info@hicparenting.com. Take a screenshot of this slide so you have our email. info@hicparenting.com. Send us a positive review. This is why I'm not looking for, hey, the class was great, what is my guide? No, like just tell us honestly, how would the class help you in your parenting? And we will reply with access to the live bonus. And this Coping Strategies Guide bonus expires tonight. So send the email tonight. No, send the email today so you can get it. If you email us tomorrow or next week, it expires. So make sure that you send us your review today. And I want to end with a story. Vamos al testimonio de antes. This is, ya no, espérese. This is the story of Dominic and Lexi. They integrated the use method to correct any behavior with this in their family with our help. In the private community, they did access coaching, and they did have this course as well, the Raising Secure Children course, our curriculum of our one-on-one clients, etc. And this is what they're saying. Ahora sí, Dominique and Lexi.
We couldn't have had a better teacher, and with y'all's whole packet, I mean, it is done like night and day, over and over, every week. And our daughter is like so much more connected with us, and there's healthy boundaries, and no, it's been amazing. Whenever we started HSE, I really felt like like I was in the ocean surrounded by sharks with no land in sight. I mean, it felt like I never really had a parent who was secure. I never really had any really adults that were secure the way that the program teaches. And just by like having week by week, building on the program, I mean, I've seen so much change in our daughter, so much change in our own relationship with each other.
That was Dominic. He felt like he was in the middle of the ocean surrounded by sharks, and now he has healthy dynamic with his child, with his wife Lexi. And that's my hope for you. Whether you integrate the use method on your own and with us, that's my hope for you. So guys, we are at the end of this class. Welcome to all the parents who enroll in the Raising Secure Children's course. I'll see you inside our private community. I cannot wait to guide you directly. If you want to enroll in the Raising Secure Children's course, we are going to hold the price of $470 for the rest of the week. So my encouragement for you is to save the link somewhere in your phone. Jesse, pongas el link porfis otra vez, el link en el chat. So save the link in your phone. Jessica is going to place the link in the chat, and join us today or tomorrow or anytime before the week ends so you can access the price. After the live, you won't access it with the community or the bonuses, but you will access it with the 470 price tag. Next week, it's going to go back to regular pricing. Jessica already placed the link in the chat, so I encourage you to copy that link and put it somewhere in your phone so you can join us either today or tomorrow, because on our website, you will see it at regular pricing. And after next week, this link is going to change too. So vamos a quitar la presentación. Okay. Can I see you guys for a second? I'm gonna dismiss. Can I see you for a second? I wanna see all the beautiful parents who stayed to the end. Tell me. Ay,
Somos tocayas. I'm telling me, Marcela.
en serio, qué bien.
Ujú.
Ah, ¿de dónde? Mexicana,
Salvadoreña.
salvadoreña,
Ujú.
colombiana.
Gracias por todo lo que está haciendo. I love and I'm really excited to work with you. And it's just really nice to see other Spanish speaking parents also creating this community.
Yes.
You.
Chris, Jehudit, I'm so happy that you stayed with me all the way to the end. Okay, so I'm a Christian. If you don't want to see me pray, or if you don't believe in Christ, or if you don't want to witness that, you can leave right now. Otherwise, I'm going to pray for you guys, okay?
I'm Jewish, so I definitely won't stay for that, but I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great day. God bless you.
Bye. Okay, if anyone needs to leave, you can leave right now. I'm gonna pray for the ones who want to see me pray to Jesus. Okay. Thank you, Jesus, for this time. I ask you, Father God, to give me wisdom. Give me wisdom, Jesus, to be able to lead this beautiful group of parents who cross the doors of HIC parenting, so they can see themselves how you see them. So they can see themselves as beautiful and as capable, as secure, as confident, as amazing as you see them and as their children see them. Give me wisdom to be able to guide them with excellence. Give me wisdom to guide them so they are able to have a peaceful dynamic with their children the rest of the year. I ask you, Father God, to bless them, to bless their families, to bless their kids, to bless their lives. And for the ones who are not enrolling with us, I ask you, Father God, to protect them and to show them the path and to show them the professionals to help them. If they're looking for answers, it's because they need answers. Thank you, Jesus, for directing their path towards their answer. And I ask you, Father God, to bless us the rest of this day. Amen. Bye. Love you guys. Bye, everybody.